Peace be upon you, welcome, and welcome to everyone. In this new video, I will tell you the story of the disappearance of a patient's body in room number 55, a frightening horror story that occurred in a South African hospital. Is it possible for a patient to disappear and evaporate for several days inside a hospital after a serious surgery, and they do not know where he went or how he disappeared, even though the patient cannot move or walk on his own? No one knows how this happened or why it happened until today. We will present to you that story that it happened one day in South Africa, entitled The Disappearance of the Patient in Room Number 55, a true horror and mystery story that took place in South Africa. This strange incident, which sparked controversy among many in South Africa, took place in Stellenbosch Hospital. It is a very strange and controversial incident, and no one believes it. It was 61-year-old Titik Jacosti, a husband and father of 6 children. The man underwent a serious abdominal surgery on the 5th of October. The first was 2017, and he was then placed in a special recovery room at Stellenbosch Hospital in Stellenbosch, South Africa, to recover immediately after leaving the operating room at about 5:15 a.m. One of the nurses saw him giving the man his medication after he woke up. She noticed something very strange. The presence of strange stains on the bed, green in color. The nurse marveled and left the room to get some clean linens and bed covers, and when she returned, Titik Jacosti was not in the room. Walking after that quietly and without the help of anyone is a very difficult possibility, and the time it took the nurse to bring the bed covers was a few minutes, not hours. However, Jacosti disappeared from the room. The hospital began to search nervously for the missing man in every part and inch of the hospital with great care. His family was not notified of his disappearance until October 7th, that is, 2 days after the man had disappeared, when a hospital staff member called to ask nervously if he was Jacosti at home and how to leave the hospital in that Western way. The family revolted, went mad, and lost its mind, and they searched the hospital madly inch by inch to find out the reason for the disappearance of the father and where he went, so the man did not return home. The next day, the police came after informing the man's family. The search for the missing man and investigations continued until October 20th without finding any trace of him, so no one saw him leave from the hospital. On October 20th at 5:15 p.m., the body of the missing patient was discovered by workers by chance who were doing renovation work in the hospital. The hospital has no answer as to how this happened and how the patient got to that isolated, narrow spot on the ceiling. Did the man fly to get there, and why did he do that? Investigations in the case continued until October 30th. In front of everyone's astonishment and tension, the hospital conducted an autopsy and spoke with the family, but they did not say much and did not give an explanation for what happened. They were amazed at what also happened and tense. They told the man's family and the police that Jacosti did not die from any complications of the abdominal surgery and the operation was completely successful and the man was in good health, but it seems that the man was killed in some way, and then they put his body in that isolated area of the ceiling where he was found after he had already died for a while. The matter is strange, although local reports from South Africa were issued on October 23rd about the disappearance and finding of the body of Titik Jacosti. It is strange if we assume that it was a normal murder, and the man was killed after leaving the operating room, so why was he taken from the room and disappeared mysteriously at that speed? What are those green spots the nurse found on the bed? How could a corpse be found by chance in a hospital? Did its smell not appear for all that period in the ventilation holes? It disappeared on the 5th day, and the corpse appeared on the 15th. How did it not decompose? Something strange. How did they not find the corpse when searching the first time? And how did the man fly to climb up to where the ventilation holes are? He is a sick man. How did the man's family not ask about him for 2 full days in the hospital? Is there someone who kidnapped the man and placed him where he was found after killing him? Are the ghosts of aliens other things? But why this man? And if the man had died after the operation and the hospital was lying, then what would they gain other than tarnishing their reputation? Although it is very likely that a person would die while he was undergoing surgery or his condition would deteriorate afterward, so there is no problem with the matter. Surgery. But I think there is something else that I don't understand. Don't you think that with me, there is a missing link and something strange?
And in the end, dear viewer, I have nothing left but to say, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel and peace be upon you.